Yesterday was the pre-trial for the Xbox Activision Blizzard deal with the FTC. We have a bit more information as to what we can expect going forward. At the end of 2022, all of the news regarding Xbox had to do with Activision Blizzard, with the FTC coming out and suing them, with the CMA and the EU stuff, and the documents that were put out from responses from PlayStation and responses from Microsoft. And everything that we've seen has been sort of confusing if you're just a consumer on the outside, looking at all the news that is coming out and thinking, why is there so much pushback against Xbox for this deal going through when they have come out and made tons of concessions already, like offering 10-year deals for Call of Duty to Nintendo and to PlayStation. And some of the arguments that PlayStation have come up with are stuff that they do themselves, and they are going to continue to be doing these things going forward. And Microsoft, we know what they've done with their other acquisitions, with a game like Minecraft, keeping these legacy titles on these other platforms. They aren't going to use Call of Duty as a way to try to foreclose PlayStation, at least from what they've said and what their actions were in the past. One of the biggest telling things you could also say too is when Steam and Gabe Newell came out and said we don't even need a 10-year deal for Microsoft because they've been true to their word when it comes to gaming, that we will fully trust them when they acquire, or if they acquire, Activision Blizzard. So it's been interesting, but yes, it's a $69 billion deal. It is going to have huge effects on the gaming industry. That's one thing that is 100% a fact. This gives Xbox, Microsoft a lot more power in the video games industry. If this deal does go through, you own the biggest franchise in video games, and you're going to be getting money from your competitors to pay you to get those games onto their platform, which in and of itself is a massive thing. And then it's going to really bolster their mobile side of gaming, which what we understand, and I fully believe it, is that's the main reason for this deal. They know that they already have a good place right now with Game Pass, with Xbox, but where they're lacking is mobile. And if they can get these massive mobile games, Call of Duty Mobile, Diablo Immortal, get them in the Xbox ecosystem, that's going to be a huge boost to their business. But now we have this, some more information that came out from these pre-trials. This is from Reuters, and they're saying here that there are no substantive settlement discussions underway between the Biden administration and Microsoft in regards to $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. No other reasonings why they went ahead and said that they're going to sue them. They're going to try to block this deal. They're using the fact that they think Microsoft is lying, essentially, and that they're going to use this deal to try to hurt their competitors, Sony and Nintendo, or even try to foreclose on them. I mean, that's what PlayStation is arguing. It says here, the case reflects the muscular approach to antitrust enforcement being taken by the administration of the US President Joe Biden, but antitrust experts say that the FTC faces an uphill battle to convince a judge to block the deal because of the voluntary concessions offered by Microsoft to allay fears to dominate the gaming industry. Now, they apparently have to rule on this thing at hearing set for August 2023. So that's further than what we initially thought this deal was going to close. People were saying this deal was going to close by June, but obviously because of this makes things last longer. And if they go all the way to August, it's going to be a long time before we hear anything about what the decision is going forward for Activision Blizzard. But there's also other decisions that have to be made, and these are coming sooner. So we have the EU one that has to decide by March 23rd, and I believe the CMA has to decide by March 1st. So their decisions are going to be all made by the end of March, and I think that's going to have a big effect in terms of potentially Microsoft, Xbox, and the FTC sitting down and negotiating something. This thing doesn't go to federal court. We have Idlesloth here with another report saying Microsoft at preliminary hearing before FTC ALJ Judge Michael Chappell. We expect the EU and UK to settle soon, possibly with remedies, and then go to the FTC with those results, expedite the FTC's resolution. Microsoft say they are prepared to go to federal court, so they say we assume the FTC would make the decision to go to federal court. We want to front load that evidential period. Termination date of the deal is July 18th, 2023. Microsoft expects a resolution or decision in the next few months. The FTC attorney James Weingarten said the agency has no plans at this time to file a lawsuit in federal court. The FTC authorized staff to participate in settlement talks, but there are no substantive discussions at this time. So I guess take that for what you will, whatever that means. No substantive discussions now. We're going to see what the other regulatory bodies do. And then my best guess, absolute speculation, is that if the EU and the CMA approve this deal, the FTC is going to sit down and probably go ahead and approve this deal and not be the only one there trying to block it, and look at the concessions that Microsoft and Xbox have to make for Activision Blizzard. But yeah, we're gonna see more about this, but honestly, the start of 2023 has just been so exciting, in my opinion, from Xbox and all of the games that they have announced that we are getting by the end of June 2023, and they are going hard on the marketing on this. I actually truly believe we are going to be getting these games. I don't think many of them are going to be getting delayed. Maybe one gets delayed, but I don't think all of them are going to be getting delayed. I know there is a lot of doubt when it comes to Microsoft actually getting these games out there, but I think Starfield's coming out for sure. I think Redfall's coming out for sure. Forza Motorsport is going to probably be coming out, and whatever else they have in line, and all the stuff coming to Xbox Game Pass. And you go over here to their Twitter account, and like I said, they've been going really hard with their marketing. You have this tweet here saying, in for 2023, again, Starfield in all caps. And they did a huge thread here going over some of the games that are going to be coming. In Flintlock, that's one that I completely forgot about, but I remember being excited for this game when they showed it off, and the gameplay now, after looking at it again, looks really good. And they continue to just talk about those games that they've already put out on their list. They're continuing marketing it. I don't think they would be going this hard on the marketing if they weren't pretty confident that these games are all going to be making it out. And again, said this in the last two videos, if this happens, if all of these games come out, even if it's throughout the year, like they're saying before the end of June 2023, which is nuts, but if they all come out this year, 2023, it's going to be a phenomenal year for Xbox. That's it for me, guys. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think about the pre-trial with the FTC? Do you think they will eventually come to a resolution and not go to federal court? And again, what do you think about all these games coming in 2023? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you liked what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.